we'd skip working with the third eye and just do a winter session. Hopefully you can hear me. I've got the mic on. It's saying green, so fingers crossed that you can. And don't worry if you can't see me. That sun is just, this is the only spot that I can use, so I'm afraid. Listen, sound, and follow. So I thought we would just do a simple winter routine, but working with the water dragon as opposed to the fire dragon that we worked with last Monday with our meditation. Winter is the element, if you're not already familiar, that is is water. The winter element in Qigong is water. Sorry. Let's start again, shall we? So, standing in a nice wedgie pose. So that's hip width apart. Let me swap the mic to here. Easier. To get warm at the end and bring a little bit of firing to counterbalance with the water, but okay. So nice hip width apart, wedgie pose. We're going to just start with a little gentle tapping on the hips, a little knocking here, opening up this area. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. So one of the things we also work with when we're working with the kidneys, nourishing the kidneys and the kidney area. We're going to go round to the kidneys. I'm going to turn around so you can see me from behind, and we're going to knock gently up to the adrenals and down to the bottom. Working our way up and down. Oh, that feels lovely, that sun. I want to stay this way. No. So feel that sun flaring through. Look at the sun flares there. The window. Gently start to go down the sides. So moving down the sides and coming up the inside. Patting down the sides. And if you cup the hand so you're cupping round, you're catching different meridians there, coming up the inside. And again. And coming up. Hopefully it's not too noisy next to the mic. I might just leave that. So just gently, I'll show you this side. The lungs as well. And then just under the chest. Coming down the sides where the bra line is on a woman. And then coming down. And we're going to circle round the lower dantian, which is just down here. I'm going to do that 12 times one direction and then 12 times back the other way. And opposite direction. Keep that breath nice and easy through the nose and out through the nose. And just hold. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Just take a little quick body check. How are you feeling? Is this morning for you? This routine is great to do first thing in the morning, but alternatively, you can do it any time of day, before bed, even thinking, tuning into what's going on with you. How are you thinking? How are you feeling? How are you being? Tuning in, breathing in, bringing our visual 12D shield or your light sword, as I like to call it, the hollow line and the meridian, coming down central column. Bring the hands with you to bring your awareness of that up with a little stretch. Coming down the central column. And feeling out to the side, making our body into a pyramid, hands facing forward, grounding with that yin energy. Taking that around the hips and onto the kidneys, holding the kidneys from behind. Oh, I just love that sun. Feeling the warmth of the sun, like the warmth of your hands on your kidneys. You can imagine that sun beating on you. Coming round again and back. And then just pushing and activating a little immune spot. And keeping our hands here, just relaxing them down, relaxing the shoulders. You might take them a little bit lower, so just over the kidneys. And we're going to start to move gently to the left, your right. And gently with the breath, feet stay where they are, hands stay where they are. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Connect again to the body, gently massaging all our internal organs with this just by twisting. Keeping the hands here, we restrict that, thinking of that flow on the kidneys. Giving them some love, some gratitude, a little appreciation for all they do, all of the purification they do in your body, how they help. And then allow the hands to come as well. Gently knocking this time, moving a little bit more. Still easy on the body. In the winter, when you're not warmed up, it's easier to pull muscles. A lot of the moves that we've been doing, although they've not been particularly Qigong, we've been doing a lot of sound movement and energy cultivation over the last beginning of a few weeks. But as we move in and we start to be doing more movements, it's important that you are warmed up before you do more of those. So it's good to get the body moving slowly, especially if you're doing your practice outside in the cold. But we're going to bring that melt a little bit of the water heart energy down to the kidneys, kidney energy up. So now up to the chest. And give yourself a little pat on the back. And relaxing again down. Keep the movement going, just slowly, slowly. Coming to a stop. And we're going to take our hands up. We're going to create a little diamond. And then just let them come apart. And we're going to move again. But this time with the hands out the side. And move. A little lean in there. Moving some hips a little. Your pubic or pelvic bone, creating a figure of 8. And then do the opposite direction. So same figure of 8, go back the other way. And as I say figure of 8, I want you to visualize our figure of 8, our Qigong master keys, from center of heart, diagonally out, horizontal, At the same time, coming to a stop. And then stepping the feet in, we're going to move and step it up a little bit. We're coming into dragon, water dragon pose. Bring your hands into prayer position. And again, remembering the figure of eights, we're going to move the body in a figure of eight in the hands. So we're going to go up for the side. Then we come down on the opposite diagonal, up to the top, across to the other side, and then down, and then start to rotate, creating a figure of eight, coming up over the head. We're just swaying, easy dragon, and coming down, bending the knees, but listen to your body as you move, moving the hips. We've got that gentle massage going on, working on lots of organs throughout the body. This is a full body practice. Bringing a little bit more warmth in. Tuning in if you can with the eyes closed, otherwise you can keep the eyes open. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And down. And just keep moving. A gentle flow. Breath in, breath out. In through the nose, out through the nose. And then coming up and above the head. Bringing the hands down the side. Exhaling down. Taking them to the stomach. As we come to the lower dantian, leave one hand on the belly, take the other one to the heart, and breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. The one from the belly comes to the forehead, in through the nose, out through the nose, in through the nose, out through the nose. Both hands go over the ears. In through the nose and out through the nose. And hands come back down to the stomach. And then we take our fingers and we zip up the central meridian line to the mouth, creating another figure of eight, locking in that beautiful energy we've cultivated, bringing our hands above and up to our Abagua point. A little massage at the top of the head. Breathing in, breathing out. Hands to the chin. Run your 10 fingers through the head, through the dragon. And do that 12 times. Nine and 10. A little shake. Come to the inner elbow. Oops, that 9 times. Wrists together. And the other side. Shake. And then coming to a seated position. Now I need to take my boots off for this as I've been doing stuff. So we're going to just work with our feet before we go into a little quick meditation. So you could stop there if you wanted. You could continue with the meditation. And socks, she says, my bare toes so you can see. You might not be able to see it. me see if I can make it so you can at least see my feet. There we go. You should be able to see my feet now. So I'm going to bring one leg up over onto the other knee. And first this hand holds that wrist. The other one, let's put that so you don't want you sitting up. That's good. There we go. And straighten the back, holding the toes. Can you see me? That sun in the way. Move that way so you can actually see what I'm doing. And pulling the feet into flexing, and feel that stretch all along the thigh. And hold and breathe into easy breath. While we're here, I've worked with the kidneys. We're going to work here. If you take 4 fingers from your ankle, a little point here, there's a nice bone all along here. At the bottom, we're going to give it a nice little massage. This is good to do if you've been doing any detoxing, so any dietary or digestive issues. But great, obviously kidneys is our purification filter system. And then running up and down, so intestines and stuff, and clearing out the toxins. And do the same at the top. And then from your heel, walk your fingers up. So you're literally walking from the heel gently up to the ankle, giving a little massage. Great for the uterus, any stomach issues there. And then down the side of the big toe, just stroking one thumb over the other. In the center of the big toe, take your thumb and press in the middle. Working tomorrow, we'll work with this as well, in the pituitary glands. And release. And then, like you're rolling, so rolling a paper, can you see my fingers there? Just rolling the toes. Start with the little toe and roll the toe and flick in between. Roll the toe, flick the toe and flick in between. Roll the toe, flick the toe and flick in between. So just feeling nice flow and energy, like you are knocking off the toothpaste, kind of anything that's a little stuck. Give the feet a nice little massage up the center in an L shape from the middle of your foot to for the middle of the top of the foot to the middle of the side of the foot. So create an L and give it a nice little massage back and forth, and then we get the stomach in there as well. Okay, and then we swap and we do the same on the other side. I've got a skirt on, not my Qigong pants. Right, so holding the same leg and hand, the other one comes through, and then you pull up, nice straight spine. Now this one in particular, I've had issues with when I hurt my back a few years ago, so I'm straightening the leg. So this is an option if you struggle. Otherwise you can have that knee straight up and you can push down slightly over time in incrementation. But if it helps, you can just straighten that leg, and that eases how much you are feeling in that lower here and the groin area. Great for the lymph and the groin. Breathing into it, nice straight spine. Feeling that nice flow of energy. And then we do the same. So 4 fingers up from the ankle. Give it a little massage. It might be a little bit tender on that bone. You can push and release, or circle the fingers and the acupressure point here. And then you move up and down. Great to do if you've had, as I say, stomach flu. They recommend 6 weeks after to continue to do this every day for 6 weeks. And then press and release the top. So you can do that for a little bit longer, especially if it's a little bit tender. Then coming to the big toe, coming down the big toe, and from the heel, walking our fingers up. Nice little presses. And then rolling the toes. So rolling, fingers, pull off and flick. Roll, pull, flick. Roll, pull, flick. Each connected to a different spot and meridian. And last but not least, in the center of the big toe, just press and hold, press and hold. And letting the legs come down. Either side of the knees, give them a nice little tap. Inside of the knees, outside, inside, outside, inside. Straighten, then nice behind the knees. Side. And then coming down about, if I show you on my knees, either side of the knee, little points here. We're going to just massage here. And then down the front. Little shake. And straight into some meditation and some breath work. Right. I will put my socks back on because it's quite chilly in here. So just start by breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth to begin with, in just a normal breath. So deep breath in and out. Feels really weird trying to breathe out my mouth now. I'm not used to it. Just breathing in through the nose and out through the nose with just Qigong breath. But here I want to do a different kind of breathing with you. So breathing in, breathing out. So on the next out breath, I want you to take a nice sigh. So breathing in and breathing in. In and hopefully you're feeling a very yang, relaxed energy, focused. Breathing in. Now switch that breath to breathing in as slowly as you come, and I'm going to come so you can see me. Slowly in to the top and then exhaling slowly down. Come on in. Breathing in as far as you can go. Little hold at the top and then slowly breathing out. When you take that further, you can do this from sitting. So breathing all the way in. And slowly breathing all the way out. Take the hands to the sternum, just under the above the stomach. And as you exhale, and pushing out the rest of that air. Giving a little bow. In breath. Out breath. In breath. Out breath. Oh, Boris, Daddy's washing the car. He wants to get to my husband. In breath. Out breath. And releasing the breath, releasing the hands and the movement into easy breath. And out breath. You can't, I keep forgetting you can't hear me. Closing the eyes into your own position, whatever's comfortable for you, whatever feels right for you. Nice and easy. Breath in, breath out. 4 count breath. You choose. If you're feeling particularly stressed still, then I would suggest in through the nose, hold, out through the nose, hold, in through the nose, hold, and just feeling that rhythm and flow into calm. Now I want to give you the visual of the blue water dragon we were working with today and the element of water. Feeling flow around you, and if you feel called to move the body and continue with some of the movements we've done today, feel into what felt right, what felt good. You can do so as I give you a little mini visual, just a little quick to finish. So imagine a water scenario, dolphins and whales, and the beautiful expanse of blue we were working when we worked with the throat chakra. Same like the sky and a massive open sense of freedom. But imagine you are going into some water. It's tropical, it's warm. If you like it cold, it's cold, whatever. It's a Scottish loch or a tropical ocean beach, wherever you feel comfortable, wherever you like to be in water. Maybe it's a bath in a deep cave with the moonlight, or on a sunlit beach that's warm, refreshing the skin. Walk into the waters and immerse yourself in the waters. As you do so, you walk in, you feel light, flow, clear, purification system of the kidneys and our body. The same is feeling as if it's released what it needs to. It's working perfectly, that nice imbalanced figure of 8. Feeling the balance of your body in the water as you're feeling lifted off. Feels slightly different. You know, when you walk into the water, you have to tread differently because the tides can move you, the movement can move you. It's the same with energy shifts. And as we're moving from one season to the next, as we move into different solstices and different energies, it can maybe knock us a little bit if we're not ready or prepared. So with that in mind, I want you to think of anything that you might feel is allowing you to be off balance at the moment, and steady your footing, even in the water. Steady, even amongst the movements and the currents. And I want you to tune into a beautiful blue dragon that's swimming around you, and it's helping steady you. It's helping the tides to flow in the right direction for you. You can tune into the energy of the dolphins and the whales, the Lemurian aquamarines, the colour frequency, and the water itself. And then bring the hands to the heart because we want a little bit of that warmth. We don't want to be too cold and things to freeze. We want ease and flow and not to be overwhelmed either. So just ease and flow, letting go. In this now moment, surrendering anything that's bothering you, trusting with the breath, with the flow of breath, with the flow of your movement. Knowing you are safe and held. Any emotions that you want to let go of, you can do. Make notes of any emotions that come up. The twisting movement can help with this. Spinning, rotation, like the big wheel my cat's, if you can hear in the background, spinning on. Feeling the circular movement like the tides. And just because I don't want you to be falling asleep, coming from this space to finish, we're going to have a rotation movement. So if you are seated, come to standing. Come to begin with in a nice witchy pose. Take the hands out in front of you. Lift them up over your head. And to start with, just lean. You want to make sure you're nice and warmed up. So lean as you exhale over. Inhale up. Exhale over to the opposite side. Inhale up. Step your feet apart in a nice, just slightly less than a horse stance. And lowering the hands in a big circle as we move round, rotating the whole body, feeling the circle around you, your own bubble of protection, moving that fluidity. Feel the fluidity in your body that we've worked with. In breath, out breath, in breath, out breath. Easy. And when you've done 4 big circles and you come back up to the top, deep breath in and hold for a second, and then we rotate the opposite way. Whatever direction you were doing, go the opposite way. Bring in a little bit of warmth back in. And again, final time, coming up to the top. Nice stretch, feel it all the way through. Step the feet in and go up, opening up those feet even more if we haven't already. And then bringing the hands down the side. One more time, coming up. Palms then face up to the sky. And we bring them down, palms facing down. Palms coming to the ground. Get a little stretch in the back of the legs. And hang there for a second. And then we slowly coming up the body, unwinding, unfolding. Coming to the shoulders, palms forward, thumb tucked in, and the hand, so you've got a fist, and we circle the arms, get a little warmth there in the heart. 4 times forward, 4 times back, slowly to begin with. And if you need a little bit more heat, you can go a little bit quicker. And again, the opposite direction. And then shaking it off, shaking out the legs, shaking out our awareness, and coming to a stop. You make hand, fist, wrap that contrast, and a bow. Thank you for joining me. Love and blessings for your day. I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Oh, what I keep forgetting to say is if you join me live, great. and I don't suppose a few of these are public, that if you subscribe to be a Patreon member, all of the videos for the daily Qigong, the year of Qigong, are on there. You don't need to be a paid member, you just need to be a subscriber. And if you like it, if you want to stay, you can subscribe, of course. All donations are welcome. Links are on the videos in the descriptions if you would like to support me. Much appreciated. Thank you for your time. Please like, share with anyone you feel this would benefit. Blessings for your day. Thank you.